So, hello everybody. Today we are going to discuss one very important keyword in Java, that is static keyword. So, first thing that we should understand is that why static keyword is provided. We have already seen in the main function also there is a static keyword provided in the header of the method, public static void main. So, there is a reason behind putting that static keyword. So, let us understand what is the use of this static keyword in Java. So, basically Java is object oriented programming, and object oriented programming says that every member of a class should be accessed using the object only. It means suppose you have this int a in this class test. So, if anybody want to access this int a from outside this class, so they will have to use the object of this class. Let us say I want to use this a. So, what I will write here is I will create the object of this class. So, what I will write here? Class name, the reference variable is equal to new, then the constructor. So, test, something like this. So, this is how you will create the object of this class, and once you have got the object, you can access the member of any class. That is what the object oriented programming. But if I have to access a, so I can write here ob.a. I can print it, or I can use it, or I can change it. Similarly, if I have to call this call function, this is a function provided in this class test, and I want to access this call function. So, what I will have to do is I will have to use the reference of this class, object reference ob, and then I will call this function call. So, how will call this function here? I will write here ob.call. So, this is how you can call this function. So, this is what happens when you are creating the normal data members, normal functions inside a class. So, you can say that static provides a loophole in the object oriented programming. How we are providing it a loophole? Basically, if any member of a class is declared static, right, there are 4 things which we can discuss in the next part of this video, which can be declared static. There are 4 things which we can declare static. So, if anything inside a class is declared static, so it means it can be accessed using the object reference as a normal procedure, but it can be accessed without the object also. So, you can say that static members of a class can be accessed without the object also, right. So, let us understand how we can access the static members. So, first thing is how we will make it static. So, simply qualify the member with the static keyword. So, I am going to put the static keyword here with this member. I will write here static. So, this static int a. So, now this member a has become a static data member. So, how I can access this static int a? So, definitely with the help of object reference we can access ob.a. This will work, but without the object also we can access it. Means if you do not want to create the object, still you can access it. How you can access it? Directly using the class name. Static members of any class can be accessed without the object. How? Using the class name. So, how you can access this a? I can directly write test.a, right. So, test.a will be directly accessing this a without the object. Why? Because this is a static data member. In the same way, if I will declare this method also static, let us say I qualify this method with the static keyword. So, how you can access this call method? This way will be continuing. there is no problem. But I can access it in this manner also, test dot call, because this call function is a static function, so it can be accessed using the class name also. Class name is test, so test dot call, right. So these are the two common members of a class which we can qualify with the static keyword. One is the data member of a class and second one is method of a class. Third thing that we can declare static is nested class. Inside a class you can create some other class also, or inside the interface you can create some other interface or class also. So whenever you have any nested member, nested class, so that nested class can also be declared static, that we will discuss in detail in the upcoming videos. But as of now, you just understand that nested class can also be static, but here you cannot put the static keyword. A normal class, an outer class cannot be declared static. Similarly, the outer class cannot be declared private or protected. Private or protected access modifiers are not allowed with the outer class. The static is also not allowed with the outer class. Fine. The fourth thing that you can declare static inside a class is static initializer block, right. So static initializer block, I'll just give you the idea how to create a static initializer block. So static initializer block, you will write static and the body. So this is called as static initializer block. This is the fourth thing that you can declare in a class with a static keyword. Again, static initializer block, we will be having a separate video where we will discuss what is the use of this static initializer block, right. So these are certain positives you can say of the static keyword. We have certain limitations also that we will discuss in the next video, where we will talk about how static may create certain problems when we are accessing from inside the class. Within the same class it may be problematic. Static helps you in accessing from outside the class, but within the same class it may create certain issues, so that we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.